NBA2K Sports. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burke will be along too from the sideline. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Celtics. And for Brooklyn,
you know, it's been a while since the Nets have been one of the feared teams in the East. They had their best season since their days when they would make trips to the finals in the early 2000s. Really an excellent turnaround effort from the entire organization.
And for the Nets, who were one of the big turnaround stories from last season, they did it by beating the team, Steve, they were supposed to in the rest of the Eastern Conference. Great record against the East.
Yeah, 36-16 against their Eastern foes, so pretty solid in that regard. You know, they decided early on that the key was they had to get home court advantage in the first round, and they set their goal and they hit it. Unfortunately, they got knocked off by Chicago in that first round.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. It's rebounded by Quinn. Outside, George, 11 feet away, blocked. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark. On defense, Brooklyn. Number 12. Passes it to Spencer. The Celtics working the ball around now.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Poked loose.
You know, that was all about anticipation. Just reading that play beautifully and coming away with the steal.
It's George on the wing. And there's the feed to Quinn. Back to George. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for George. On offense, here are the Celtics. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
But Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. Relying on their outside marksmanship is one thing he's comfortable with in this matchup. He said that his team can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league when it comes to shooting from distance, and that he won't pull the reins back on his shooters at all tonight, guys. We'll see how they go.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the three ball. Well, you know, last season, I think officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full cycle.
Banked in off the glass.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Number 12. It's rebounded by Quinn. And back to the Celtics, making the playoffs, sure, but, you know, not like Steve back in 08 or 2010.
Well, this has been a phenomenal era, you know, with KG and Pierce that is now a thing of the past. But look, they've hoisted a championship banner very close to another, but it's just time to move on. And that's just the way it is in the NBA. These things go in waves, and the Celtics now in rebuilding mode.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Number 8, defended by Spencer. Plenty of space. And again, it's the Nets missing.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Fast break, here they come. Finishes the break with a slam.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Celtics trail by 4. Tyson. All sorts of time. No what?
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
And he goes in for the dunk.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
And Boston has possession after the basket by Brooklyn. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Booz Ellis, and Ware pulls it down.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
To end the drought, the shot will not go. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Well, I hope they start getting warmed up here soon. That's 0 for 4 to this point.
Booz Ellis, the layup off target.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Number 12, and that one is stuffed right through.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
So it's the Celtics now. 4-point game. The pass to Spencer. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Good. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Number 12.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Tries a 3. Shot is off.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Boston with the rebound. Pass to Spencer. Here's Ware. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Brooklyn trailing. To the paint, number 12. Drops in the layup for 2.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And Boston has possession following the bucket by the Nets. Lock at 6. Pass to Spencer. Nice ball movement by Boston. No good with the triple. Nets shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. And Ware pulls it down. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. There's the steal. Number 8. Shot denied. There's the pass to Spencer. Here's Ware. They double him with George. Pass to Spencer. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Misses the go-ahead basket.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Shot clock at 5. For the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Passes it to Wells. Working inside. Number 8. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Celtics shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And there's the pass to Spencer. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. The Celtics making a switch here. So it's the Celtics now. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
George lays it up and banks it in. George has got his first bucket in this one.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Tyson defended by George. And it's sent back by George.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Outside Bryant. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's the Celtics ball.
You know, a big part of why the Celtics dropped so much last season was they weren't very good on the road. Ended with a 14-27 record away from home, which was by far the lowest of any team in the East that made the playoffs.
And it's off from three-point range. Brooklyn's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Pass to Wells. Shot clock at 6. Number 8. Another shot, and it's rejected. .146 left to play in the first quarter. Bryant comes with the double team. Number 11. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. And as you said, Clark, rarely can you win just over a third of your road games like the Celtics did and expect to make the playoffs. And had they played closer to 500 on the road, well, Steve, there's a good chance they could have ended up as the 5th or the 4th seed.
Well, and in the Celtics case, it wasn't their defense, Kevin. It was their offense that betrayed them when they went out onto the road. They just couldn't win the close games. And some of it was just age and injury. But so many of those road losses from last year just came back to haunt them, and that's why they ended up with that 7 seed.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Passes it to Wells from the arc. No good. And the Celtics going the other way now.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yep, +5 in rebounds. That didn't take long.
There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tyson. There's the block. Number 8. And it's blocked. The shot's good from Wells. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 5.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Back to George. The tray. No good. Number 23. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring.